Okay, some of you guys told me you can't hear anything, and if that's the case, I want to make sure that y'all can even hear me, because according to my side, things are being heard. But if you cannot hear me, let me know. You guys can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay. That was weird. Some people couldn't hear the music that was playing. So anyway, I just want to make sure that was all cleared up. Anyway, thank you guys for all tuning in. Appreciate you guys all taking your time out the day. Some of y'all might be on lunch break and all that good stuff like that, but I do appreciate you guys all being in here. So, as you guys seen in the title right here, breaking news, President Joe Biden said the pandemic is over. He said it's over. I wonder what is about to happen with that statement. I don't know. I wonder what's about to happen with that statement. Because a few people I know that said this got in trouble. Okay? A few people I know said this got in trouble for medical misinformation. So President Biden said this, right? And I'm going to show you guys. Some of y'all may have already seen it, but check this out. If you guys cannot hear this audio when I play this, please let me know. If you cannot hear the audio when I play this video, let me know.
A complete meal in seconds to keep you going for hours. It's made with over 70 plant-based superfoods and nutrients, giving you all your essentials in one delicious meal.
Cheers!
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's yummy.
Thank you.
Did you guys hear it?
2 scoops, blend and go.
You guys can hear that? Okay.
Putting you in control of your nutrition.
So nobody heard what I just got done playing with Joe Biden.
To fuel your body and mind.
Really?
The highest quality plant-based ingredients.
Y'all heard an ad? Y'all didn't hear the commercial? Y'all really?
Made for health-conscious
Get
people
out of
on the
town.
go.
Give me a second. That is
Simple
crazy.
change in your daily routine to kickstart a healthier way of life.
Give me a second here, folks.
It's amazing what you can do when you eat
That
healthy
is
and
wild.
feel
I'm
your
gonna
best.
make sure y'all can hear that. This is so crazy how my stuff is being messed
Join
with.
thousands of happy customers.
I'm about to
using
fix
Kachava
this.
to
I
achieve
do
their
not
health
care. That
goals.
is crazy.
It all starts with changing what you put into your body. Click the link and start today.
Some of y'all saying y'all hearing the commercial? Let me try this again, okay? Let me know if y'all can hear this again. I'm gonna try it again, okay? Give me 1 second here.
President first Detroit auto show in 3 years. Yeah. Is the pandemic over? The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape.
So tell me this, you guys can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me. You can see it, but you can't hear it. Okay, no, buddy, I'm not about to let this slip. I'm not about to let this slip. I'm about to find some way to get through this because that sums up with that. Something is clearly up with that. No, buddy, hold on for a second here. Let's try this again. Now I can't hear it. Hold on. YouTube is probably about to pull this video down. What in the world? Hold on. I ain't going, player. I ain't going. Give me a sec. I'm not about to let this slip. No freaking way. Let's try something here. That's crazy. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me, y'all, because I'm definitely gonna I'm still gonna get into this. Get the freaking heck out. Now my video is silent now.
Mr. President, first Detroit auto show in 3
Can
years.
you guys hear it now?
Mr. President, first Detroit auto show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work.
Oh, awesome. Thank y'all for the response. Yeah, let me play this video over. They think they slick. That's crazy. All right, let me play it for you guys in its entirety right now. Here we go.
And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Now, you guys just got done hearing that, right? You guys just got done hearing that. If this pandemic is over, why isn't this being announced to the whole world right now, huh? How is this not breaking news? I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I already gave my condolences to the Queen, but how is this not trumping the Queen's death? I'm not trying to be mean. I told y'all I know. How is this information right now? If this is true, and I know they probably gonna say, well, the White House is gonna backtrack it. He said it back to back, ladies and gentlemen. He said it back to back. And don't get me wrong, I know people do things on a whim, but trust me when I tell you, 60 Minutes most likely already rehearsed these questions with President Joe Biden. They already rehearsed these questions. He already knew he was going to be asked these questions. And yet he said it twice. If the pandemic is over, why isn't there like it's not on Fox, it's not on CNN, MSNBC, NBC, I don't care. Why is this not every channel? Every news segment, Sky News, OAN, Newsmax, RT, all the news segments across this whole world should be saying this if this is indeed true, that the pandemic is over. And you heard Joe Biden say it. So you know what's going to happen? This is what YouTube did to me the last time. I played a video of the CEO of Pfizer saying something about that jab shot. YouTube hit me with medical misinformation and gave me a strike, even though I didn't say a word. So for the YouTube AIs that are in here right now, do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, before I show you this again. Don't forget to give this video a like if you're liking it so far. That way it can be circulated. What you're doing when you hit the like button is recommending this video. I'm going to play this video again for YouTube, so YouTube don't try to say I'm spreading medical misinformation when it's not my words. YouTube. Here we go.
Mr. President, first Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
That's again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all might get a little upset with me when I do this, but I'm going to play this video a few times throughout this whole segment. So YouTube don't try to hit me like they did before, even though I didn't say the word. Joe Biden said this. So anyway, hit y'all from a different angle right here. Okay. President Biden said during a television interview Saturday night that the COVID-19 pandemic is over. He said, is the pandemic over? Reporter asked Joe Biden, as y'all got done saying. That's why I'm reading this off. So YouTube don't try to hit me with something. Is the pandemic over? The reporter asked. The pandemic is over, Joe Biden said. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still dealing a lot of work on it, is what Biden said. Biden made the statement during an interview with CBS 60 Minutes, which was his first interview with the news organization in 7 months. If you noticed, no one's wearing a mask. Yes, they are, because they're still trying to make people wear masks in the hospital. For what reason? I do not know. If the pandemic is over. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape, Joe Biden said. Y'all think that this one, before I get into this, a little bit more into this read, do y'all think this is some kind of move because they know that the midterms is coming up? Y'all think that's some kind of move? Oh, now almost as if now the president is getting ready to free us all so we can all be kumbaya and all that good stuff like that. But then guess what? In Illinois, we are still under a freaking emergency act from Pritzker. We are still under it. I just showed a video the other day. Where's my phone at? Y'all know I went in and had surgery, right? Don't worry about it. It was nothing that I needed surgery because of a medical issue and nothing like that. It's just I wanted to get a lipoma taken out. That video was on here for you guys to see. But anyway, I'm the one, if some of y'all don't know this, I'm the one that went and actually just said, I want to finally get this fatty tumor moved out of my back, right? But while going into the hospital, let me see, it might have gotten taken out. While going into the hospital, This right here says, reminder, masks are required in healthcare settings. Revised CDC guidelines regarding masks for the fully vaccinated still require that masks be worn by anyone in a healthcare setting. Not my words. They're going based off the CDC recommendations, in case YouTube try to get me for that too, as you can see. Right? So, why still wearing masks if the pandemic is over? For what reason? Huh? What reason? Anyway, I'm just asking questions, YouTube. Let me get back to the situation at hand. Okay. Biden has used the COVID-19 pandemic emergency as a reason for his administration's plan to end Title 42, as well as the recent student loan handout. Y'all hear that? Biden has used the COVID-19 pandemic emergency as a reason for his administration's plan to end Title 42, as well as recent student loan handout. But it's over though, right? Biden remarks about COVID-19 pandemic come as America is just about a month and a half away from midterm elections. Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? Now, what is this going to do for people who feel like, what do we have to even do anything else? Like even in the healthcare setting, is the CDC going to come out and say something against what Joe Biden said? Is the WHO going to say something? What about the NIH? Are they going to say something? Health experts are dismayed by President Biden's view that the pandemic is over. Hell no, not even close as what somebody said right here. Okay. Health experts reacted with dismay as he said this. We still have a problem with COVID-19. We're still doing a lot of work on it, but the pandemic is over. Everybody know that Biden said that. I'm reading it again. It says right here, on other noted, with more than 400 deaths from COVID every day on the average, the U.S. is suffering 9/11 level casualties every week. Hardly a sign that the pandemic is fully contained, somebody stated. Others said there is no way of knowing what will happen once winter sets in and people spend more time indoors together. Just last week, the head of the WHO said that while the end is in sight, we're not there yet. The statement sent the stocks of vaccine makers sharply lower. Moderna was set down by 9.5%, Pfizer by 1.8%, BioNTech by 8.62%. United States known cases of COVID are continuing to ease, although the truly tally is likely higher than reported because data is not being collected on many people who are testing at home. The daily average for new cases stood at 61,000 on Sunday, according to a New York Times tracker, down 29% from 2 weeks ago. The tracker is showing that cases are rising in 7 states, all in the Northeast: Connecticut, Maine, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and the cases are flat in Pennsylvania. The daily average of hospitalizations was down 12% to 33,000, while the daily average for deaths is down 6%, 464. Let me go ahead and throw something else in there on you guys. Have to understand again that I'm going to reiterate this, that it's COVID-related deaths. Does not mean that they died as a result of COVID. We always said it, and I got videos up here too that's still up here, YouTube, that testify to it, that people are dying from comorbidities along with having COVID. Plain and simple. We all know that. Now, what I want to know, though, is this. By Joe Biden making such a bold, strong statement, I want to know if there's going to be any other organizations that are going to come out and flat out call him wrong on this. Is the WHO going to say, no, Joe Biden got it wrong? NIH, are they going to say, oh, no, he has it wrong? The CDC, are they going to say, oh, no, Joe Biden has it wrong? Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm repeating myself. If this pandemic is over, why are we going to still go around? Well, why are you guys in different places? Why are you going to go around still wearing masks? Why are you still going to go around wearing masks? That's what I want to know. Now, on the other hand, I know that there are still going to be people out there who are going to continue to wear masks no matter what. I understand that. I hope that by tonight, when they have that press secretary, Karen Jean-Pierre, I hope they grill her on this and don't let her go on this. Because you will not be able to backtrack that he said that. He said it twice. He said it twice. And while you guys get ready to give this video a like, I'm getting ready to play this video for you again, YouTube.
Mr. President, first Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Yep, there it is. Just want to make sure I get that for the people in the back. YouTube AIs that's in here listening right now. Just want to make sure I get that out there. So now, wearing masks in the hospital setting, which I just showed you guys, I don't know what we need that for, right? I think, again, this is going to be used as a tool if it is going to go through. If they're going to say, oh, yeah, you know, with so much things going on in our country and so much shambles and da-da-da-da-da, we forgot to actually declare that to the rest of the world and to the rest of the United States that this is indeed true of what Biden is saying, right? Might be some power play to distract us from the fact that if this is true, what Biden is saying, YouTube, what Biden is saying, YouTube, what Biden is saying, YouTube, if it is true what Biden is saying, YouTube, then to me, it's going to serve as a distraction away from the fact that we still have inflation going on. People are still having a hard time keeping up with the Joneses. People are less than paycheck to paycheck now. They're having to work an extra shift, get another job. Food still skyrocketed. People rent has went up. That right there with the gas and everything, that has not changed a thing. But again, folks, what will happen is this. Your mental defenses will go down if your focus is on something else. I guarantee you, one of the things that we do in my profession and you know what we do, if you have a certain kind of pain going on in your body, if there is a greater pain somewhere else, all of a sudden you don't feel the effects of the pain that you had before. Y'all get my drift? Okay, give you an example. Before I went and had this thing taken out of my back, okay, I worked out really hard, okay? I was sore. When I had this surgery on my back, guess what happened? The pain from this back surgery was not stronger than the pain from being sore from working out. Don't worry, folks. I did not have any. For those that are new in here and just now listening, the surgery that I had was to remove a fatty tumor. Very, very superficial. It's not like they had to go in there with no devices and messing with my spine. No, it was literally like having a large hematoma, except it was a big old piece of fat. But again, always keep this in mind. We are 2 months away from the midterm elections, like this just mentioned here. So, of course, a whole lot of things are going to completely change. But again, it's to distract you away from the hurt that is hitting everyone right now, unless you are filthy rich. And that hurt is all this nonsense. Do not let it leave your minds. Listen to me. Do not let it leave your minds that they're trying to divide us and all that dumb, crazy hocus pocus stuff. Do not forget about all the crazy stuff that was going on with the summer of love and all. Do not forget that. Do not forget that the borders are still open. People down there in Texas and the Arizona regions are still being plagued with folks coming into their backyard, leaving trash, doing stuff, messing up some of their livestock. And I mean, I'm serious. They are doing things, crimes being committed, fentanyl is coming to the country. Do not forget about the fact that when you go to the store and you look at something that you've always bought all the time and you look at it and go, dang, it went up by $2.35. Like my wife, she does like 99.9% of all the shopping. My wife knew the store she goes to these certain stores that the people know who she is by name. She knows the prices of every single thing when I go. If my wife sends me to the store, she'll say, Taya, get some eggs, get some this, get some that. The eggs are going to be $2, and then such and such is going to be this. The da-da-da-da-da is going to be this much. Da-da-da. So when you get done buying all that, you should come out with no more than paying $70. My wife come back to me talking about the bacon is $10 now. I'm like, I never knew how much it costed anyway because I just didn't care. My wife did all the shopping. I didn't care, but she paid attention to all this. And she like, look, or she'll come out and she'll go, I only got 11 things and it's $170. I only got 11 items. What the heck? Do not forget that you are being hit with that. Do not forget that you got tagged going into this summer month with gas prices ridiculously high. Do not forget that to fill your car up did not cost nearly as much as it did 4 years ago. It costs a whole lot more now. Do not forget that some of you, because of the gas prices, you were no longer to drive back and forth to the job that you're going to because you said you only had one vehicle and it cost too much to do that. So you had to quit your job and work where you were. Some of you told me that you took almost a $10 pay cut because it was cheaper to stay home and work a basic, I'm just being real, work a basic job like at Home Depot or something like that. And you had more money that way versus when you were making $28 when you were driving 45 minutes away. But because of gas, you were losing. Don't forget that. Don't forget that all this nonsense that they were causing with the hypersexualization of the children and all that. Want to introduce this to children. Don't forget about stuff like that. Don't forget about these no cash bails and all this stuff like that, that they actually are making these criminals have more immunity to where they can attack you law-abiding citizens more. Do not forget that going into these midterms, because again, this is to serve nothing more than as a means of a distraction, because if you have your focus on something else, you can't see what's going on behind you. And whatever it is that you focus on, you will go towards. Whatever it is that you keep occupied in your mind, that will become a part of your daily repertoire, become a part of your daily living, becomes a part of your characteristic, your attitude, once they keep on flooding you with certain type of things. And this might lead on to something else. That's why I don't surround myself with certain types of individuals. That's why I don't surround myself with certain type of individuals. It's always negative. Everything is always down. Everything is always bad, because you will find yourself being a part of that same crowd. The porch session. Appreciate you being in here, sir. Shout out to you. Says Joe Biden, best president ever. Stop playing. Shout out to the porch session, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to go over there and check his channel out as well. He do a lot of live streaming, talking about various things in there. So again, that's the porch session. Shout out to him. Go check his channel out. You see how it's spelled in here? The porch session. I'm a pin it so you guys can see it. But yeah, I would ask you guys to go over there and check him out. He does live streamings and talks and different things like that. Certain subjects like I'm doing right here. So go over there, check him out, subscribe to him, and check him out. All right, appreciate that. Now, here's the thing too. It's always this type of thing, y'all. If you don't know this, I'm just telling y'all based off of things that I experienced in the hood. I would always get confused as a kid. Now, listen to me, as a kid, I would always get confused when I see these women getting beat up like crazy by these men. And they would be, I'm done with you. Her eye swollen, lip bleeding, one of the teeth missing. She's done with him. I'm completely done. It's over. She leaves. All of a sudden, he does special things. I won't do it no more. I swear, then he'll whine her and dine her, take her out, buy her a new outfit, buy her some clothes. Mr. Humbleman said, Joe Biden is the best president. Joe Biden, best president, not president. He said Joe Biden is the best resident and not president. Y'all crazy. But shout out to Mr. Humbleman for that. Appreciate that, Dante. But that's what I'm saying. You get into an abusive relationship, get knocked around, but guess why they come back? Because the abuser distracted them with a different type of thing to focus on. Now, her eye is healing. He paid for her to get a tooth put back in. You know what I mean? He whining and dining her and all that. But guess what? The reason why is because her focus, her defenses are down now. Because now she's focusing on all the good, cool things he's doing for her right now. She no longer remembers the fact that he punched her in her eye, threw her down some steps, kicked her in her stomach, broke one of her ribs, broke one of her fingers, knocked her tooth out, broke her nose. That's no longer a memory now, because everything is being trumped by the current thing he's doing for her right now. What I'm saying that for is this is exactly what's being done to you, the American people. You are now focusing on the fact that if this is true, what Joe Biden said, YouTube, what Joe Biden said, YouTube, you want to know what Joe Biden said? This is what Joe Biden said, YouTube.
Mr. President, first Detroit auto show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Yeah, YouTube. The porch session. Shout out to you again. I appreciate the super chat right here. Says Joe Biden is the biggest distraction to the American people. And it's sad that we are going through this all for the elites to have more power. Thanks, MRM. The porch session, straight up. That's what it is. I mean, most people know that, y'all. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, oh my God. I don't even know how to make this more plain and clear than clear can be. I mean, it's just as much as me looking at this camera right now, and there's nothing in the way. Some folks still will tell me they can't see this camera. I mean, there's nothing in the way of this camera. There's just clearness right here. There's air, unless you got something on your eyes like glaucoma or something like that. But between my eyeballs and that camera right there that I'm looking at right here, there's nothing between there. You guys can see me right now too. From that camera lens to my face, you guys can see me. You should be able to, unless you're blind. Point is, there's nothing between it. That's how clear right now that you should be able to see that someone is a puppet. That someone is nothing more than a puppet. The easiest people to manipulate and have them do what you want them to do is people who have either done one or two things. They've sold their soul, right? Or if they are confused and don't know what's going on around them, you can get them to do anything. Certain people have a certain mental capacity. You can get them to do and say anything. Oh, Ty, even when you're serious, you're funny, says Lisa D. Appreciate that, sis. Lisa D, I appreciate your comments and everything. I read all the stuff that you leave on here, and I really appreciate that, sis. The lowly one says, it's one thing to forgive, but never, ever forget. Never. Yeah, you definitely can forgive someone for what they've done and definitely not forget. But that's the whole portion. That's the whole game plan is what they're doing right now is to get you to forget of all the things that have happened to you. I told you guys, what y'all need to do a lot of times, some folks, you need to write down all the crazy things that have been going on for the past year, the past 2 years, especially if it's affected you. Keep that down. That way you can reflect back on it and say, oh, so when you go into the midterms and all that, you better make sure that if whoever that you're going to be voting towards, you better make sure it's for the right thing. Especially, oh my God, especially here in Illinois. Illinois, y'all, boy, we are about to get it handed to us. And I'm talking about us as Illinoisans, not as us as individuals, because I'm not the one. The stuff that they're getting ready to bestow upon us, not the one. But guess what? I'm going to say this clear as day when I go around to these speaking engagements. I do not want to hear a complaint out of anybody's mouth that voted for these lunatics to put this stuff into legislation for these non-detainable laws that's getting ready to hit Illinois January 1st, 2023. I don't want to hear, oh, we're so disenfranchised. We so down and out. We're the most underserved. Oh, redlining. Oh, racism. Black Lives Matter. Our voices can't be heard because they set this very thing up to go after you Negroes and you voted for it. You voted for your own destruction. But then we'll turn around and be ticked off like it's the white man's fault. The mind of an angel. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Joe Brady can't catch a touchdown, let alone a bike. Oh my God, y'all throwing shots at him. But no, it's the truth. You are getting what you asked for in life, in relationships, in a vehicle, in the person you choose to marry, in the person you choose to date, in the school you went to. You are getting what you ultimately wanted because you chose that. So I'm saying when this stuff hits and y'all choose Pritzker to be again, y'all choose Mayor Lightfoot again, that's y'all's fault. Y'all wanted that. Now, I understand I'm not going to say that word. You know, there can be some, dominion. Power, majesty, dominion stuff going on that can mess some things up. I'm not going to get into that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. When it hits the fan, I'm going to sit back and just be like, you know what? Matter of fact, let me know if y'all can hear this because I like this part too. When it hits the fan and they're, we so disenfranchised. Why is this happening to us? We know that we got so much. You know what I'm going to say?
Somehow I told you so just doesn't quite say it.
Now, were you guys able to hear that clip? Let me know if y'all were able to hear that clip. Because if you were, then I might have to do some audio stuff to that too. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, good. If you didn't hear it, what he said was, somehow I told you so. Just don't quite say it. And that's the truth. That's the flat out truth. You asked for these things. What we have going on right now, aside from dominion, majesty, power, and praise, y'all know what I'm getting at. You got what you voted for. All 81 million of you. You got what you voted for. If you are complaining right now, oh, our borders, oh, people are just flooding in, oh, our businesses are being, you know what? You want to know why? You voted for it. You voted for it. The things that happened up there in Mar-a-Lago, y'all already know what's going on with that. Somebody has them ticked off. The FBI is now raiding anybody that was a lot of people that was associated with President Trump. Y'all seen what happened up there in Martha Vineyards. You seen what happened. You see what's going on right now with Texas governor them and Ron DeSantis them shipping people off to different cities across this nation. And then people start to complain. Whose fault is that? That's not DeSantis' fault. That's not Governor Abbott's fault. That's this current administration's fault. They're the ones that opened these things up and allowed these things to happen. They are the root cause of all of these things that are going on right now. If you want to talk about inflation, don't say, the pandemic. Oh, no, stop all that. Stop all that. Don't even go there. Do not go there, y'all. Y'all know that's not it. Go back. And they don't want to talk about this place. Like when you go outside and play. Y'all know what that word is called whenever you go outside and play as children? They say it's time for recess. Just because the word is not being thrown around right now, it does not mean that we are not in one. If you call 911, they're going to say, what is your what? They're going to say, what is your emergency? Now, can you imagine you calling 911 and said, I just fell down and cut my hand off. And they say, well, that's not an emergency. No, ma'am, I fell on a blade and I cut my hand off. Well, that's not an emergency. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying, you called 911 because your hand got cut off. That is an emergency, right? Because of the experience, because of what's happening to you. That's an emergency. What I'm saying is what's going on right now, based off of what is happening to the American people, you are in one. Now, just because the person on the other side of the phone is telling you that you're not, does not mean that you're not. Plain and simple. I really don't get how some folks just really don't understand that. You are in one. But just because they're not declaring it by word, you're like, oh, okay, all right. Just like right now. Joe Biden just got done saying for YouTube AIs, Joe Biden just got done saying.
President, first Detroit auto show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks.
So he said it's over. So, but when you look outside your world, does it seem like the same stuff is still going on? He said you look around and see no one is wearing a mask. So I guess that means that it's over. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we shall see. Based off of what you see going on out there in your world, you will know what is going on in your surroundings. Based off of what you see going on with your own life and other family and friends that's just like you, will let you know the current situation that we're in right now. And the current situation that we're in right now is a lot of people, middle class, even largely, even upper middle class people. This is affecting us all. So when you go there in a few more months and have to turn in that vote, I hope you based your vote off of your situation and not off the fact that you just don't want to be wrong about the choice that you made. I hope that I'm going to be on this too. Come to the next presidential election, that's going to be really interesting. I'm just sorry, y'all. That's going to be very, very interesting right there. It's going to be like the most watched. I think it's going to be the most looked at. I think people are going to be out in the streets just waiting because I think the American people are like, we are not going to let what happened to us the last time happen this time. Because guess what? You all got affected by it. Some people still right now that I know it's kind of messed up. Some people are still defending Joe Biden right now. I mean, you don't get me wrong. If you want to list off some things Joe Biden did that was good, I got you. I'll be right along with you. I'll think, okay, yeah, that was good that he did that right there. But for the ones that voted for him, collectively, as a whole country, we are all suffering because of the vote that you casted to elect this particular person. Oh, no, Ty, it would still be the same. No, it would not. It would not be the same if Trump would win again, because our borders would be really literally well secured, according to like Kamala. See what I'm saying? They tell you something and it's not. They say, oh, we're a sanctuary place. We want this to be the land of opportunity, but you better not come in their backyard. They're going to tell you, if you don't get those nasty, disgusting individuals out of our vineyards. I can't believe that their shoes, those shoes that they had on came from Mexico and they touched down on our good soil. That is pressing by some best type grass. That grass was flown in all the way from Australia and some of it came from China, and you let them come into our backyard and put their feet in our grass. I have to just dig the whole thing up and got to get some new things to put. I have to put new grass down. I have to. They let them touch. I can't believe. Look at the sidewalks. Look at, you can still see the shoe prints. I mean, what were those shoes made of? What rubber were they made of? They came into our back. Oh my God, call the National Guards. Oh my God. It's 50 people. They can't all come here. They can't fit here. Oh my God, George. George, do something, George. Huh? What do you want me to do, honey? These people. What people? What people? The brown people, they're here. Brown people? You mean like the Obamas? No, honey, they're not that brown. They're saying hola como estás or something. What do you mean they came? How'd they get here? I don't know, but our 10,000 square mansion, we can't hold all these people. I mean, I'm so scared, George. Call the Obamas. Call somebody. Get them out of here. We don't want them here. Who sent them here? You know that's how those people were acting. I mean, the Obama's house can hold easily 50 people. Heck, my house that I'm in right now, I can at least, I mean, people slept in different places in my house. I can at least keep 10 people in my house. And my house is nowhere near, I mean, my house is only like probably a tenth of what Obama house is. And here you got these people coming there. They showed you what they think about you. If you're watching this, I don't care what you say. This is what I'm saying. They're telling you to your face. You guys were all, a lot of people that are for this, you were all, oh, this is not right, Ty. No, what Biden is doing is good. He's allowing people to flee their country. They got things going. I'm like, but you don't understand. You need to take care of your own house first before you try taking care of anybody, period. You need to take care of your own house. Well, no, I disagree with you, Ty, because, these people that are coming in, we got to see, that's the reason why we have, Trump was keeping them from this, and look what's going on in our country right now. Y'all just do not know. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. That's what makes videos like this so great, is because after all this is said and done, I got this video to come back on and reflect on, to sit there and tell you, I flat out, you know what? Like I said, when it's all said and done, that's what I'm going to be saying to a lot of you.
You know, somehow, I told you so just doesn't quite say it.
That's exactly what I'm going to be saying, because it's already happened. Just like right now at Martha Vineyards. Sure proof right there of what these people feel. What they feel about these immigrants that's coming in. Because I had some of you that wrote me back and said, oh, no. See, Ty, they're putting something in place. They have a plan that they're getting ready to help these people out. Oh, yeah, they helped them out. They helped them right out. Like, they helped them out. They helped them out. Like, get out. That's what they did. So, but for the ones who were saying all this, y'all know who y'all are. I'm not going to say your names. You know who you are. Oh, no, they're putting things together. Do you really think that all those rich people there are not going to help those people out? Yeah, they helped them out. And within 40-some hours, they helped them out. Like, out. Anyway, folks, I don't even know how I even got on this. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. I'm going to move on. I know you guys emailed me some things, but I cannot do all the stories. I'm going to hit on some other ones that you guys sent in. Appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day or even your lunch break to listen to me rant on about this. Again, I appreciate you guys all for your prayers and all that, but I'm telling you, it was just a flesh wound. I know that the thing was 2.5 pounds and 6 inches long, looked like a big giant bullfrog, but the way that I'm feeling, it is a flesh wound. I am still working out, ladies and gentlemen. I got staples in my back, whatever like that, but it was literally, I got cuts on me. I got cuts on my body, especially over here. I got cuts on my body that felt more severe than this. But I do still thank you for your well wishes and your prayers and all that. Do appreciate you guys hitting the like button. Don't forget to double check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that the bell notification is turned on to all settings. And if you're going to be hanging out today, make sure that you just leave a tab up on my channel. And every now and then, hit that F5 button and refresh to see if I'm going live or if I posted any other videos, because YouTube is not going to tell you. All right? Appreciate you guys. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.